Thou shalt not be racist. Who says? The basic apologetic approach of Christian apologetics can be boiled down to two questions that every third grader on the playground knows. And that is why and who says. Don't be homophobic. Why? Who says? Give me an account for this. Basically, the secularists who are on a rampage, the secularist jihadis are fundamentalists without a fundament. They apply all these harsh, demanding, no compromise moral standards to you, and then they say, and there's no compromise on these, and you should say, why can't I compromise on these? What's wrong with these things? And I'll finish with a story. This was when I was at the U of I, the land of knowledge, and I was in a class one time, and which is what happens when you go to college, and and a discussion broke out about Christianity, impact on the world, and there was a girl in there, and her name was Betsy, and she wheeled on me in the class and said, "You Christians are just like the Nazis. You're so cocksure you're right about everything. You fill the earth with wars. You make me sick." And in the class, I said, "Well, Betsy, the only way you could get me to go fight Nazis is if I was sure they were wrong. And I can't be sure they're wrong unless I'm sure of what the truth is." That was in the class. Then after the class, I knew she was a feminist. And after the class, we were talking outside the classroom. And I said, "Betsy, what's wrong with oppressing women? Why is that wrong?" And she was very intelligent, very bright, and she saw immediately where I was going. And she said, I happen to oppose it as a matter of personal preference. Because as soon as she said, it's absolutely wrong, I would say, why, who says? Right? She knew that. So she said, I'm against it as a matter of personal preference. And I said, okay, this is really curious. I'm a conservative evangelical Christian. I believe everything the Apostle Paul ever wrote about headship and submission in marriage. I'm a patriarchal Christian. And I can say that to mistreat women is a sin. God hates it. He hates it in every culture. He hates it every day of the week. And he is going to bring severe judgment down upon it on the last day of the world. And you're a feminist, and you can only say, I don't like it. Right? You've reduced it, oh feminist, to he likes grape nuts, you don't like grape nuts. That's the level of your moral commitment. And so when people accuse you of misogyny or rape apologist or all the awful things, they're trying to get voltage out of the power of the word. That word is a battery. Well, not a battery, it's a dead battery, and it's not hooked up to anything. There's no voltage in it. And all you have to do is say, you've got this scary looking battery here, let me lick it and touch it. They say, you're a racist. And you say, what's wrong with that? There is no God. What's wrong with that? You're homophobic. There is no God. Who cares? 500 years from now, is anybody going to care if I was misogynistic or racist or homophobic? No. Imagine there's no heaven, as John Lennon taught us. No hell below us. Above Buchenwald, only sky. Above every homophobic act, only sky. The universe doesn't care about your homophobia. The universe doesn't care about your racism. The universe doesn't care. God the Father does care. And can I share the gospel with you? I would just go straight up the middle.
Thank you, Pastor Wilson.